Welcome to BETC Backstage. My name is Bryce Alexander and I'm the Director of Social Media here at the Boulder Ensemble Theatre Company. Well, it's hard to believe, but here we are in our 5th season, and Season 5 is sure to be special, not only because it is our landmark 5th, but also because it's our first 4-show season. In this opening episode, we'll introduce you to the shows and directors of our exciting Season 5, which includes 2 regional premieres, the winner of the 2005 Pulitzer Prize for Drama, and the return of the highly celebrated Santaland Diaries. We'll begin with Doubt, a parable by John Patrick Shanley, one of the most powerful and evocative plays in recent dramatic history, and our director, Heather Beasley, has a lot in store regarding truth and consequence.
So Doubt is the story of Sister Aloysius Bouvier, who is the principal in a Catholic school in the Bronx, and she has a suspicion that the new parish priest is acting inappropriately with a student in her school. And the play is really the story of her investigation of those suspicions. And one of the reasons I think it's going to be really intriguing to our audiences is that it is a story about how life is never as simple as it seems. We tend to measure existence nowadays in sound bites and really short, quick stories with quick judgments. And this play is really a tale of 4 people whose interactions with each other show us that life is never as simple as it seems, and that the complexity of the situation we encounter really prevents us from being able to make snap judgments about guilt or innocence or blame. And I think that having to encounter those complex ideas will be really engaging to our audiences and very interesting.
Heather recently spoke to John Patrick Shanley, and you can see their entire interview online at boulderensembletheatre.org. Doubt plays September 30th through October 23rd. Now to our next show, the Santaland Diaries. The much acclaimed Santaland Diaries is becoming one of the most popular Christmas traditions in Boulder, and director Stephen Weitz is here to tell us why.
We're very excited to be bringing back the Santaland Diaries after our hit run last year, playing sold-out houses. The show was a great success. Jeffrey Kent, our erstwhile elf, will be coming back to reprise his role of Crumpet. He plays the role of an aspiring writer who, not being able to pursue his dream, ends up working as an elf in Macy's Santaland. For those of you who saw the production last year, you know that it's full of comic hilarity and somewhat inappropriate humor. I'll be taking over as director this year. I'm really excited to get a chance to remount the production in its previous form, but also to add some new twists and turns and probably some new pop culture references along the way, so the show will be a bit different. So even if you saw it last year, we encourage you to come back and see it again. I think what's really interesting about the piece is that it provides a great alternative to traditional Christmas fare. It's not necessarily all about sunshine and puppies, but provides a really, I think, both funny and insightful look into the commercialization of Christmas, a little bit of a darker look at what we've turned the holiday into, while at the same time, I think the play really has a heart about what true Christmas spirit means, even if that heart is wrapped in a little bit of a sinister wrapping paper. But we hope you'll join us for our second installment of the Santaland Diaries.
Santaland Diaries plays December 1st through the 23rd. Dostoevsky's masterpiece, Crime and Punishment, is one of the most thrilling novels of all time, and this 3-person stage adaptation is no exception. Here to tell us why is our director, John Thornberry.
Crime and Punishment it's probably not what people are going to expect out of an adaptation of this novel. Crime and Punishment, the stage play, is actually 3 people, and they're only portraying a certain number of characters from the original Dostoevsky novel. And the thing that really appealed to me about it was the fact that it was so pared down. It was a piece that really spoke to me in terms of its being a memory play, in the same way that The Glass Menagerie is a memory play, which meant that we don't have to get tied down in all of the subplots and all of the secondary characters from the novel. We don't owe that kind of faithfulness to it. But it really does speak, in a lot of good ways, I think, about redemption and what people are really thinking when they're interacting with other human beings.
The regional premiere of Crime and Punishment plays February 17th through March 5th. We end the season with an empty plate at the Café du Grand Book by Michael Hollander. The regional premiere of this comic tragedy in 7 courses celebrates the joy of love, sex, cooking, and bullfighting, along with the collection of Ernest Hemingway. Our director, Rebecca Ramaley, is here to tell us all about it.
The Café de Grand Boeuf is a small restaurant whose sole patron is also the owner. Victor, or Monsieur, as his staff calls him, is a very powerful man who has virtually everything except the ability to be with the woman he loves. He comes in one night and has determined to take matters into his own hands, and his staff does everything that they can to try to stop him. Mr. Hollinger has a really amazing ability to take a farcical situation like this and juxtapose it with a really real and honest portrait of a man who's trying to deal with his vulnerabilities. I'm really excited to be bringing this to Boulder, to the Rocky Mountain region, because Mr. Hollinger has presented such amazing characters to us. It's such a very, very funny, very witty play with a really dark undertone. So it's very wickedly funny, very thoughtful, and very smart.
An Empty Plate at the Café de Grand Boeuf plays April 21st through May 7th. Well, that's it for our premiere of Betsy Backstage. I'm Bryce Alexander, and I'll see you again in a few weeks for our special on Doubt. Until then, we'll see you at the theater.